Every day, this family grows just a little bit. From the 2007 Transformers movie, this is the Voyager class Blackout. Oh, look at Scorponok. He's so happy to have his daddy back. This is not my first rodeo with Blackout. I actually had a friend who had Blackout when we were kids, and we spent many years playing with this alongside our other Transformers. I'm so excited to finally have this guy. And just look at the box. Just so beautiful. The tungsten, the automorph technology, the little bits of rust and where the armor's plating. And yet you look through and you have this beautiful, like almost like Cybertronian eye. You got Blackout here, plus Scorponok's drone, Blackout's head there. Automorph technology, just the description that it's going to transform a little bit of itself. Here on the back, spinning blade grinder, Scorponok minifigure included. Robot mode, carries Scorponok into battle, spinning rotor blades. Pave low helicopter mode, and Autobot ratchet also available. Oh, we got a bio. Blackout is the largest of the Decepticons, most often seen looming silently over the right shoulder of Megatron. He is the leader's hound. He pursues any target he is given with relentless efficiency, allowing nothing to stop him in his task. Those who defy him beware. His rage knows no bounds. He will fill the air with fire and burn the land clear to take his revenge. Paired with his minion Scorponok, he is a dangerous and deadly foe. Wonderful. Love that. Nothing on the bottom, but I love these boxes. The '07 movie boxes are, to me, the best boxes of any Transformer toy line ever. I just adore them, especially the Voyager mold with this nice little swish going on. Check this out. I love it. And plus, they're packed in vehicle mode, as every Transformer should be. Getting through the first layer of the package, I am sad to announce there is no toy brochure with Blackout. We got the instructions, but man, I was really hoping he was going to come with one of those booklets. I'll also take this time to warn you. Scorponok, the tail is incredibly fragile. How fragile? You shouldn't touch it. That's how fragile. Especially older copies like this, it's very prone to breaking where the tail meets the body. I'm going to very carefully try to remove the Scorponok. What's going to happen is I'm going to take the bubble off and then I'm going to try to push it up, but I'm going to do it low to the ground so that it won't break. There's a very real chance it's going to break while I do this, so just be aware. I'm going to cut the camera off while I get Blackout out, and then we're going to try to get Scorponok on camera. Okay, we got Blackout out of the box. That just leaves Scorponok. Come on, bud. Oh no, he's attached with a rubber band. Okay, where is that rubber band attached? It's attached to the legs. Okay, good. Okay, very careful. Very careful. Very careful. Boom! Scorponok in one piece. We won! As a Sikorsky helicopter, Blackout is a thing of beauty. An absolute machine of death. Perfect for a Decepticon. Keep in mind, this was supposed to be Soundwave at one point. Blackout was kind of a last-minute script change because Hasbro didn't want too many heavy hitters in the movie. And as a result, I kind of wonder if we could ever see this mode for a Soundwave. It would honestly kind of work. That said, Blackout is more than holding his own. A couple things to point out. He has wheels! Not very good wheels, but he does have wheels. And if you actually pick him up, you have, of course, the gun here in the front. But check this out, right? You got this plunger in the back. Well. Yeah! Now fly! Oh. Okay, we weren't able to get enough lift. I mean, seriously, the details of this helicopter really are impressive. I do like the propellers. I like all the sculpted detail. The front end especially is just great. You got a missile pod over here. Now, I do want to show you this. This is where you store Scorponok. And pulling little Scorponok in, what you would do is you would fold down the tail, put him in there, and then he can pop out. Wonderful. Great little addition. There's just one problem with that. I can't fold down the tail because the tail will break. So we're not going to do that. But that's where he would go if you ever want to try it out for yourself. But yeah, a great helicopter. Now, a great helicopter that will become a good robot. But how do you get some of these really big chunks into a robot mode? In robot mode, Blackout needs to use his tail as a walker. To be clear, Blackout looks really good. The sculpting and painting on the guy is really nice, don't get me wrong, but he's just not good at being a toy. Like, okay, the guy has great presence. Absolutely he does. But, that's a lot of real estate on a shelf that this tail is going to take. And if you take the tail off, which you can do, Blackout has a hard time standing because they didn't give him hill spurs because you're supposed to tripod him. You can get him in positions where he's a little bit hunched, and that works. But I don't know. It just isn't quite clicking. Just looking at the robot by himself, you have a swivel here at the head, you have a universal here at the shoulder, but it does get impaired by the fact that the transformation constantly undoes itself, because it's just held together by some tabs. Upper arm cut, good elbow, good wrist, waist, no, nothing in the waist. Universal at the hip, though, good single joint knee, and then the toe articulation. Again, Blackout looks really good. And let's just say this, right? The '07 movie had some great designs. I don't know what's really holding Blackout back here. I think it's the gimmick. I think it's the big tail. I just don't think they used his bulk as well as they could have. And the bulk he does use, it makes him very top-heavy. In all honesty, I've always been more impressed with Scorponok. I mean, he's sculpted so well. He has a little bit of paint on the go. He almost looks more like a little art figure. He has... Oh, no, he doesn't. I thought he had swivels at his arms. Clearly not. Or, he does, but they're frozen stiff. Can I... I don't want to force that. Okay, so Scorponok's just a little statuette at this point. That's fine, though. He looks nice. And there goes Blackout. But if there's a saving grace to Blackout, it's his size. Keep in mind, he's the biggest of the Decepticons, right? Hey, Cliffjumper. Cliffjumper looks down on Blackout. Keep in mind, Deluxe, Voyager. Where's the rest of the Voyager money going into? Well, it went into this. It went into all this. Maybe I'm being way too harsh on this Blackout. And after all, I did grow up with him, so I'm happy to have him back. But, compared to the back-to-back euphorias I felt with Cybertron Optimus, and getting Cliffjumper back, and experiencing RC for the first time, and Scorponok being a ton of fun, I expected more out of Blackout. Maybe if he was larger, maybe if he'd incorporated the bulk more. But personally, I think out of every '07 bot I've messed with so far, Blackout's the one that's done the least for me. Not a bad figure by any stretch. Not as good as I would have wished, though. At the very least, he looks great with my '07 movie cons. With Deluxe Brawl and Robot Replicas Barricade, this looks like a serious trio. And of course, let's not forget my baby boy Scorponok. That just makes it worth it, just seeing these four together. In fact, here, throw baby Scorponok in there too. Boom. I like this. I do like Blackout. I would not recommend him, though.